Welcome back to NTC Sports. Oh, what's going on? When are you guys? Oh, what's going on? When are we starting this? Give me a signal. Give me a signal. Welcome back to NTC Sports. I'm Israel Rivera. Well, there's a lot going on in the world of sports. Let's start with some baseball. The Chicago Cubs are starting their season strong. Right now, they're at the top of the baseball world of the standings with a record of 11 wins and 3 losses. Hopefully, I didn't just jinx it. Right now, they are finishing up their 3-game series with the Cardinals. They won the first game by 5 runs, but game 2 was a little closer. Let's take a look at some of the highlights from yesterday. We go to the bottom of the second, and Yadier Molina sends a ball deep into center. He gets a triple off of that play and puts an early run in for the Cardinals. A couple innings later, Jason Hamill singles to left, right between third and short. He's able to put in 2 runs with that hit to put the Cubs up 2-1. And that last pitch, Jed Garico strikes out for the Cardinals. The Cubs walk away with the 2-1 win. They're looking to sweep the Cardinals in this 3-game series. Let's see what happens today. Now moving over to some hockey. The Blackhawks are struggling to keep up in their series against the St. Louis Blues. They're now down one game to 3 in the series, and the last 2 games have not been pretty for the Hawks. And they're getting pretty physical out there. But of course, these are the playoffs, and let's take a look at their last couple of games. We start at the game on Sunday. Corey Crawford getting ready before the match. Now early in the first period, Brent Seabrook with the slap shot, has a lot of heat on that. That finds the back of the net. Things looking hopeful early on for the Blackhawks, but the Blues return the favor. 10 minutes later, Colton Piarco finds the pass and scores on a Blues power play to tie it up 1 apiece. And the Blackhawks are at it again. Artemi Panarin makes the pass to Uni Mazov. Uni Mazov puts 1 in. The Hawks ahead by 1. Put the back and forth play continues. Patrick Berglund gets the pass at center ice and wrists one past Corey Crawford to tie the game at 2 apiece. Then, on to the third period, the final score. Jaden Schwartz gets a pass in the front of the Blackhawks net. He puts in the goal to secure the game for the Blues. The Hawks lose this one 3-2 and go down 1 game in the series. And that brings us to game 4 from yesterday. We move into the second period. It's tied 1-1, a lot going on by the net, but Duncan Keith, he finally puts the score right up, puts the Blackhawks right up 2-1. That lead does not hold later in the period. Alexander Steen, as you can see, finds Vladimir Tarasenko. Tarasenko scores on Crawford to tie it back up. That was a little bit of a zinger there. Now a bit later, the Blues up 4-2 in the third period. Steen gets a steal in the middle of the ice and scores right over Crawford. Walks it past. The Hawks try and make a comeback. Check out this goal by Duncan Keith. Had a lot of heat on that one. Hits off of Tarasenko and drops in the back of the net. But with less than a second left, the end is about to get ugly. Both teams getting very physical after the game. Stanley Cup playoff time's no joke. A couple black guys here, a couple black guys there, a couple haymakers there. Hawks end up losing 4-3, but now they're 1-3 in the series. We move back over to baseball and the Blue Jays and the Red Sox game for Monday. Let's take a second to appreciate this amazing catch. This is today's play of the day. Top of the 7th, a fly ball heads out to center field. Nobody close but Jackie Bradley Jr. makes a huge diving catch and just snatches up the ball. Take a look again as Bradley Jr. stretches from east to west to snag the ball out of the air. Red Sox end up losing, but Jackie Bradley Jr. takes away today's play of the day. Well, that's all for sports, folks. Don't forget, it's still early in the NBA playoffs. Games are going on as we speak, and we should have more coverage of that next week. Mike Poirier will be here next Wednesday. Thanks for watching, and have a nice week. I need to do that one more time. Even though they may not be fighting for a playoff spot anymore, the Bulls fight hard against the Pelicans. I'm Israel Rivera, and this is NTC Sports. Anthony Davis sits as he sees the Pelicans play the Bulls. Jimmy Butler drives down the lane and stops. Passes to Nikola Mirotic, who splashes the three in. Tony Snell passes to Doug McDermott, who misses the three. But Cristiano Felicio comes down the middle of the lane with a thunderous two-hand dunk. Here comes Tim Frazier, pump fakes and drives down the lane with the one step and finger rolls it right in like my boy George Gervin. Jimmy Butler with the three at the left ring, at the left arc. Justin Holiday passes to Jimmy Butler, who pulls up with a 3-second lefts on the shot clock and makes the triple. The Warriors are playing for the win, number 72 against the Spurs. Let's see how that played out. Tim Duncan sat out for the rest of the season against the Warriors. We pick up with Kawhi Leonard passing to David West, who screens and hands it back to Leonard, who stuffs it in Andrew Bogut's face. Stephen Curry in transition pops and nails the long three ball. Curry passes it by Patty Mills and goes up for a strong one-hand bucket. Now we see Curry dancing with West, losing him, making the finger roll look very easy. Warriors go on to win 92-86. The Cubs look to continue their hot start against the Cincinnati Reds. Let's look at how that played out. We start off with Brandon Finnegan pitching as he pitches to Jason Hayward, who lines it to left center, but Adam Duvall is going to stretch out and make a diving catch to rob him of a extra base hit. Hayward back at the plate, singles to right field, bringing in David Roth and Matt Caesar and bringing the Cubs in within one. It's bottom of the eighth, and Adam Russell is at the plate. Hits it deep to left center, and it's a home run. Hector Rondon back in, strikes out Dre Bruce, Duvall for 2, and Scott Schober for 3 outs, sealing the victory, striking out the side. From Steph Curry to Seth Curry of the Sacramento Kings. Today's player today goes to Seth Curry. Seth Curry with a nice little fake, spin back, three-pointer on the sideline, and looks at the bench. Very confident, very Stephen Curry-esque there. What a nice move by Seth Curry there. He has a lot of potential coming up. Well, that's all for the NTC Sports. Ryan Mack will be back next week. Welcome to NTC Sports. I'm Israel Rivera. Wow, the past couple days have been crazy in the world of sports. So we're going to get right to it. The championship game of the NCAA tournament between Villanova and North Carolina couldn't have been more suspenseful. The game went back and forth, but it really came down to the last few seconds. Let's take a look. There's only 10 seconds left in the game, and here comes Marcus Page, spinning, winding, diving, splits the defenders, and hits the three between two Villanova defenders as the crowd goes wild. Suspense going on. Michael Jordan in attendance. Here comes Archie Diacono. Gives it. Chris Jenkins with the three to seal the win. And he wins the national championship for the Villanova Wildcats. Their first since the 1980s when they beat Georgetown and Patrick Ewing. Chris Jenkins with probably the most clutch shot in the NCAA tournament history as Roy Williams sees his Tar Heels go down and Jay Wright sees his Villanova Wildcats victorious as Villanova hoist up the trophy for the first time since 1985. That will be a game to remember for a long time. Now let's move over to baseball. Many picked the Cubs as the favorite to win the World Series this year. We're a long way off, but the team is surely looking great so far. The Cubs' two-game series with the Los Angeles Angels of Anaheim ended very well. The Cubs aces only gave up 1 run total for both games. Let's watch a couple highlights from yesterday. We go to the top of the third, it's 0-0. Matt Caesar cranks it deep into left field. Caesar with the solo home run, his first of the season. Later on in the inning, let's pick it up. 2 outs, 1 on base. Anthony Rizzo at the plate, follows suit and sends one back way back, straight, deep to center field, over the wall, gone, puts it a 2-run homer and makes the Cubs go up by 4. We move up to the top of the 7th, 4-1 now. Dexter Fowler rips that pitch to right field for a 2-run homer. The Cubs loving those home runs already this year. They beat the Angels 6-1. That's a great start to the season for the Cubbies. The Cubs aren't the only Chicago team starting off with a strong season. The White Sox won the first 2 games of their 4-game series with the Oakland Athletics. Yesterday's game was pretty close. It actually came down to the last inning. Here's a look at some of the highlights from that game. We go to the top of the 5th. White Sox are down by 1 with 2 on base. Todd Frazier drives one deep to center, way back in Oco Coliseum. That ball goes way back, putting the White Sox up by 2. Fast forward to the bottom of the 8th. Oakland A's on deck at bat. Rips one into right field. Play at the plate is not successful. Oakland gets one in, gets a run in, ties up the game. And here comes Jillian Rollins, slams one straight deep to left center to put the to put the Sox up 5-4, top of the 9th. Now with the Sox to close it out, the Sox beat the Athletics in Oakland 5-4. Now for some hockey. Let's move over to the Nashville Predators and the Colorado Avalanche game from yesterday for a great-looking goal. This is today's play of the day. We're in the first period. Predators up by 1. A slap shot misses, but Philip Forsberg is there to put it back in the net. Take another look here as Forsberg starts off down low. Nice movement to the right side and between his legs, and he sinks the shot. Predators won the game. Philip Forsberg takes the play of the day for today. That's all today for sports. Mike Poirier will be back at this time next Wednesday. Have a nice week.